To Porritt Stadium in Hamilton as round 2 of the ISPS Handa Men's Premiership continues. My name is Nigel and alongside me, former All-White player and coach Ricky Herbert, and we got us a really good game here this afternoon. Two teams that had victories in the opening week of the Premiership. Auckland City, who won the Gridlock Derby in that brilliant game last weekend by 1-0, coming up against a Hamilton Wanderers side which put 3 goals past Hawke's Bay United in the second half. And so two teams come here with confidence. They've got recent history as well. Their last pre-season games was against each other. And on that occasion, Hamilton Wanderers got the victory. But Ricky Herbert, as we always know, pre-season, a little bit like basketball if you're Allen Iverson, just pre-season. How big a difference will we...
Yeah, good afternoon, Nigel, and thanks for the opportunity of being here. But look, I think we're in for a real mouth-watering game this afternoon. I think two very, very good sides that, as you said, Nigel, have started very, very well early in the season. Look, I think the pre-season probably going to take a little bit of time for these sides to settle in, given the difficulty, getting to the starting blocks. But certainly looking forward to this one.
And we are underway. It is Auckland City. They are wearing the white strip. And Hamilton Wanderers in the Blue Army, I like to call their supporters. And straight away we see Auckland try and work with a bit of width down that left-hand side. Manicum on the ball. And that's Dylan Manicum there. You'll be able to recognise him with the long flowing hair. Howison, captain today. And we'll run through the starting lineups for you when we get an opportunity as Rier puts that ball down the right-hand side and out. So for Auckland City, they start with Cameron Brown in goal, Mario Illich, Adam Mitchell, Brian Kaltak, Cameron Howson, who is the captain as well. You'll see him wearing the yellow armband. Getting up high, that's Illich. Another good contest here as we see Jones on the ball. Jones starting on the left-hand side. As they look to punch down to Auckland City, and just a smart play there by Agustin Contrati, the Argentine, part of this Hamilton Wanderers team. Just a reminder of that Auckland City side: Riera, Manicum, Doyle, Vale, Bonsumato and Rogers. That's the starting 11 for Wanderers. They have Matthew Oliver in goal, Adam Davidson, Joseph Harris, Brock Messenger, Agustin Contrati, Mark Jones, Bradley Whitworth, Tommy Semi, who was very good last week against Hawke's Bay, Joshua Signey, who bagged a brace against that very same side. The captain is Derek Taiku, and a late change with Owen Comber coming into the starting lineup as that ball from Mitchell goes through safely to Oliver. Unfortunately, an ankle injury has meant that Xavier Pratt, who was scheduled to start, has been withdrawn. Owen Comber comes in to the starting lineup as they look to put Jones away down this left-hand side. That's a nice ball. Well tracked there by Mitchell. Jones still looking. Goes back to Comber. Trying to push that ball through, and no problems there for Cameron Brown, who was one half of an outstanding goalkeeping display last week in that Gridlock Derby. Dinian Drake and Cameron Brown making a series of outstanding saves for their respective sides. Straight away, as we just have a look, we know last week, Ricky, that Coach Jose Figueira went with 3 across the back and really stacked his midfield. As you're looking at that formation, has he gone with something similar again this week?
Yeah, it looks a steady back 3. I think Thomas Doyle on the left-hand side, Kaltak playing in the central position with Mitchell down the right-hand side. Jordan Vale playing slightly further forward in a wing-back position on the right-hand side, and Alfie Rogers going down the left. So it'll be a really good contest, Nigel, I think, certainly with the front 3 of Hamilton and the pace with Tommy Semi, Derek Taiku and alike. I think that'll be a real challenge, but the midfield of, very, very, very experienced through that middle part of the pitch, so another good contest to look out for.
Howison on the ball at the moment for Auckland City. Of course, they've been such a dominant force in this competition over the length of its being. There's Howison going back, and Brown will have to play this one out. Always look very calm and composed. They're always well coached and have been now with Jose Figueira, of course, at the helm. Likes of Ivan Visilic as well, part of the coaching staff. Just nice and steady at the moment from both sides. Here's Kaltak. And that's well in by Davison, and Jones with an opportunity. Back, and they go all the way back. That's Bradley Whitworth in jersey number 8 you just saw. This is Oliver. Of course, they work down the far side. That's Brock Messenger. Recognise him with the shocker blonde hair. Trying to get Tommy Semi on the ball. That's him now. New Guinean. Messenger under a bit of pressure, being hustled there by Manikim. Semi. Pressured and jostled, and chance for a throw-in from that far side for Auckland City. There's a bit of a breeze here. You'll catch it just as you look in the background. Sort of playing into it a little bit in this first half, the visitors. There's Illich. Goes back to Mitchell and back across to Caltac as they look to build from the back. Now switching. It's going into the teeth of that breeze. It's sort of blowing across on an angle. Easy for Jones to pick that one off. Bit of pressure coming here, though, as Illich continues to charge forward for Auckland City. And continuing his run there is Illich. Try and get that ball in. Here's Howison. Riera. Always dangerous. Good patience being shown. Riera. Don't want to give him too much space. Manikim. Now, Wanderers get bodies behind the ball, but still working patiently away. Ball comes in. Good foot in, gets that one away.
Yeah, I think you're going to see that width really coming from the Auckland City side. They like to get Alfie Rogers as high and wide as they can down the left, and certainly Jordan Vale down the right-hand side. As you can see, he's been employed very early in this match.
Over the top, and Brown again comes well outside the box and comfortably gets the rebuilding. Illich on the ball. You'll see a lot of that, always very active. Nice feet. Again, looking to get Vale away down this right-hand side. Riera. Illich again. Very comfortable at the moment, trying to get that ball through, looking for Monsumato, but opportunity for Hamilton Wanderers. Both teams looking to work to the flanks. Hamilton Wanderers trying to get down the left-hand side with Jones to start. Manikim on the ball. With hustle coming in from Contrati. Again, forced back into their own territory. Illich, bit of pressure coming there on him from Josh Signey. Got the double last week. It was 0-0 in that game, and then just a very good second 45 minutes of football by Hamilton Wanderers. A nice confidence booster for them as well. These teams have met on 8 occasions in the ISPS Handa Premiership, and Hamilton Wanderers still yet to break the duck. Ball through, no real chase and no hassle here for Brown. One of the big challenges has been scoring goals. They've only scored 4 over the course of that 8 games, has Hamilton Wanderers. Which I guess is the reason why, Ricky, I alluded to that pre-season game, just the ability to get a couple past them and score the 1 goal. And, we'll say it again, it was only pre-season, but you just wonder whether that's just sitting at the back of the heads of Hamilton Wanderers, maybe more so than Auckland City.
Yeah, look, I think it's just their confidence as well. And I think, today the pace in those wide areas at times just to sort of trouble the back three of Auckland. But, Auckland started this game very well, very confident, and looked very well organised, very, very patient in their build-up. And as I say, I think they'll be looking to try and isolate Hamilton in those wide areas. They like to push as many players forward as they can when they're in possession. And at times you'll see 4 players in that front line.
Again, they continue to work, and I think they're feeling as though they're getting good change down this right-hand side with Jordan Vale. Quite comfortable to do this, to switch over to the left-hand side and then look to push a ball across. You can see Howson looking up in that direction. Goes back and Riera, and this time Vale had come back. Manikim pushing forward, Davison on the ball. So you'd say early on, as we approach 10 minutes gone, just the early advantage probably sitting with Auckland City. Mitchell, Riera, a little bit of a hard touch, very un-Riera-like.
Yeah, I think the possession too, Nigel, just Hamilton quite content just to drop off when Auckland City have the ball with the back three players and looking to get their shape and make sure they're nice and tight and tidy through that middle part of the pitch. Where Auckland, as we know, over a number of years have been very, very exciting and very experienced in the midfield.
So Jones with the ball. Go down here to Taiku. Skillful player, Derek Taiku, but just too many numbers on him there. Just comfortable as Contrati goes back to Oliver. Manicum trying to put some pressure on him. It's going to be the thrown from the far side. Caltech again. We'll push that ball through. Manicum chasing after it. Oliver's got to come out. Hits it nice and confidently. So just good, steady starts from both sides. See as they try to get this ball to Tommy Semi. He'll be a man they will look to try and utilise a lot. He really had a, particularly in the second half of Napier last week, a massive impact on that result. Back to Illich, just working away. He'll be doing that right throughout this contest. Kartik again on the ball. They continue just this comfortable. They know what works for them. Here's Vale trying to get that ball through to Manicum. Davison and Vale on the ball. Top Jones. Well in by Howerson, then Riera coming back and helping too. Not out of the woods totally here. As Mitchell has to go back to Brown, then to Caltech. They continue to work out through Mitchell once again. Coming across Messenger on Samaro. There's a big push in the back and it gets called. So a free kick. It's been an opportunity for Auckland City with that breeze. It'll be coming across off the right shoulder of the free kick taker. There's the angle that you see that person will have.
Yeah, and I think some good movement there, certainly from Auckland. Mitchell looking to find those little pockets for players like Manikin and Ponsamaru just to operate and get in behind the two central defenders for Hamilton Wanderers. But as you say, Nigel, a little bit of breeze, a little bit of opportunity here for Auckland to build something off the free kick.
And always a tough day if you're a goalkeeper as well. It's a bit of a fluky breeze. It's there 1 minute, there the next. Always makes it hard to decide, look, do I come out? Do I go? Do I stay? What do I do? Howerson will look to whip this one in off the left foot. Bodies in the background there. That there's just picked off easily by the Wanderers defenders. It's Rogers goes back and all the way back to Brown. Celtic gets back and they work left-hand side. No score. The advantage Auckland City in terms of possession and intent in this opening stanza. The Wanderers staying solid to this point. No real attacking opportunities for either side. Out-and-out goal-scoring chances. Howson with plenty of time on the ball. Again, they look to switch to this right-hand side and Vale gets it. First touch just letting him down. Illich, Riera, Vale. Just laid that ball off, was looking for Illich to come through and try and drive it. Here's Semi. Messenger. Across to Davison on this left-hand side. Let's have a bit of a workover at the moment from Vale. Go back, oh, Contrati. Oliver's got to come out. Good reactions from the goalkeeper. Just a little bit of a misstep there by Augustin Contrati.
Yeah, he needed to be on his toes here, Matt Oliver, just sweeping in behind the back four of the Hamilton side with Tino Contrati, just letting the ball dribble under his feet and Matt having to come to the rescue.
Good little crowd there you can see in the background. good, loyal fan base they've got at this club, which is rolling along very nicely, Hamilton Wanderers. They go back to Jones with Vale. Very prominent early on, Jordan Vale. Davison, foot in there from the ever-present Barriera. Ellich rises. Jones and Vale, and challenge there, and Vale just acknowledging he probably got that one a little bit wrong, with a bit of a pat on the back there for Mark Jones. Oliver, nice ball and good control. Trying to get it through to Taiku. Coming forward is Caltac. Howerson. Tomato, hard ball, trying to keep that one in. Unable to do so. We haven't really seen Wanderers at all with ball at feet inside the opposition's third to this point. Group of loyal fans over the far side there.
Yeah, it's great to see. You see them everywhere. They're always travelling and always very vocal, which is great for the Auckland side.
The pressure there on Brown from that ball from Caltech, and just look back at each other. Let's see. There's Tommy Semi there, number 13. Come away here to Sydney. They go back and trying to back in as Comba. Tries to get that ball to Taiku. Opportunity. Taiku turning! What a brilliant effort. Just wide. Well, that's the danger that this front three of Hamilton Wanderers possess. This is just delightful skill.
Yeah, it was a great opportunist there for Derek Taiku. A little spin. And on the turn, just to release a great little opportunity shot. But it's Hamilton's sort of strength, getting the ball into the front players' feet, utilising their skill and their pace.
There's Oliver clearing that ball again as they look to target the speed of Onsumaro. Ball goes out. So despite all the possession being with Auckland City, it's Hamilton Wanderers who get the first real good chance on goal. Manicum. Go in, and Davison. Scored. Now referee Luke Gardner just comes over, has a wee chat, settle it down. Very experienced official. Luke Gardner being assisted by Robbie Maris and Jared Lambert. The fourth official is Andrew Lambert as well. Brown and Caltac combined. Howerson just to go back. Caltac again. Got good speed, Brian Caltac, if he chooses to use it. That ball now intercepted. Here's Semi. Looking, working. Lots of bodies collapse on him. They're alert to the danger. When he gets that ball away, it's Taiku. Still hasn't cleared. Jones rises. Taiku. Now the call from the far side comes in. Just a nice wee little 3-minute patch here where finally Hamilton Wanderers have been able to get into the goal box. Ricky, just creating a little bit of pressure of their own finally.
Yeah, just I think stepping forward a little bit in midfield and just denying that ball from the Auckland City back three players into midfield. And I mean, if you watch the Auckland side, Nigel, in midfield, I mean, they are very impressive. I mean, the rotation in midfield, you know, they'll come short, they'll go long, they'll cause problems for the Hamilton side. But I think Hamilton now just looking to apply a little bit more pressure in there and just trying to nick things in that midst, give them the opportunity to play players like Taiku and Tommy Semi in a little more regularly.
Montemaro, as you can hear the breeze coming through our effects microphones, just give you an indication as well of how fluky it is. Quite a strong gust coming through there before, and then it really just drops down. And that at the moment is sort of to the back of Wanderers in that first half. Looking to work down the left-hand side. Alfie Rogers quickly gets that ball in. Tom Doyle. Caltech on the ball. Mitchell comes out to Howison. Crosser goes to Caltech. This always looks so relaxed on the ball, Cameron Howison. Even it looks troubled. Manicum turns. And just plays it back. Illich. Mitchell. Vale. Good run through. Trati gets the foot to the ball, just drifts nicely, and Taiku, a chance, trying to maintain. Illich gets back. Great little battles within a battle already forming. Howison. Illich and Caltech. Nice one-touch football. Caltech. Go back to the left-hand side. It's interesting, every time you see that ball go to the left-hand side, you see the eyes up and looking away to the right. I really feel they've got something happening with young Jordan Vale down this right-hand side. Couldn't set him free then. In fact, they're forced all the way back into their own goal box. You just see just another big gust of wind coming through. Oh, and there, just Tom Doyle, just a loss of concentration. Looking at what he was going to do with the ball before he got the ball. Here is Taiku with a good run off a nice throw-in. They get bodies on him. Doyle with the foot in. These last 5 minutes, a little bit more ball and territory for Wanderers to utilise, but still no score. There's 2 games yesterday in the ISPS Handa Premiership. Team Wellington with a 2-1 win over Hawke's Bay United, and Wellington Phoenix 4-1 over Waitakere United. Vera gets high and flicks it away just on the edge. Davidson. That one as they look to go across to Jones. And swing this ball in. Tomato. Knotted up there by Whitworth. Doyle will go back. Clean things up. The pace just slows down once again. I wouldn't say it's been a real high-tempo game to this point, would you? Both teams almost, you wouldn't even say they're feeling each other out. They're just happy to play at this, be patient. I must have said that word about 15 times already, and we're only 21 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I think there's a nice feel to the game, though, Nigel. I think, Auckland, as we know over the years, they'll be very, very patient. I think they try not to force things too much, and I think Hamilton just found their way a little bit more now, just probably getting a little more competitive into those key areas of the pitch.
There's a awkward situation, and just miss-kicking that one was Matthew Oliver. Mitchell trying to find Manicum. It's going to be a throw-in for Wanderers. He's out. You see Augustine Contrati. Big throw down there, using that breeze. Illich gets the foot in. Whitworth just pushing that ball through, but no Wanderers forwards to chase. Brown can come comfortably outside his area. Caltech. So he's got some pace behind Caltech. Again, they work this right-hand side. Manicum takes on Jones. Good defending though, Contrati. Whitworth. Bit of space down this right-hand side for Messenger. Sorry, Harris, excuse me. Up the front trying to find Comba. Battling hard is young Owen. Whitworth again trying to punch that ball, but both the players down that right-hand side for Wanderers flat-footed.
I think at times too, they've just got probably sense they've got a little bit more time, a little bit more patience on the ball once they win that ball in the middle of the park. As we see Auckland here operating again, very strong down this right-hand side, with Mannequin looking to go 1v1 with Tino Contrati.
Okay, the Breeze has claimed the advertising hoardings. First victim of the day. Mato. Oh, just looking. Again, they work through Doyle. Flat ball, but Davidson finds Taiku. They're on to him. Manicum now on the ball, and now to Illich. Howison. Giving him plenty of room to operate, Cam Howison, at the moment. Comber now trying to get near him. Vale, Manicum keeps that ball in. Nice ball for Vale again, getting in there Whitworth a little bit clumsily. And this is going to give a great free kick opportunity here for Auckland City.
Yeah, just a little bit of lack of patience here by Brad Whitworth as we see Jordan Vale again, who's looked to get down that right-hand side on numerous occasions. So Brad Whitworth just failing to make the challenge needed.
Yeah, and it's Howison who comes over and will stand over the ball there. You see the players that will be targeted. They've got some good bodies, good size bodies. Illich was just on the edge of that box. I'm sure you'll see Mario make a good strong run. Big powerful man in the number 2 jersey. Howison delivers. And in! Let's have a look what's going on here. Was that offside? It was offside, was the call. Complaints coming in there from Adam Mitchell. Let's get a look at this one again, Ricky.
Yeah, I think as we see just Howison looking here to shape with his left foot, goes to the near post, and I think probably he's either come from an offside position or there may have been a little bit of contact on Matthew Oliver in goal.
Well, you just see there's the first player in line there. Was he just a half step behind that final defender?
Yeah, and he might have just stepped himself into that offside position.
So, ball finds the back of the net, but we remain scoreless in Hamilton. It's Caltech pushing forward, looking for Manicum, but it's cut out. Now is there a chance for Jones to work down this left-hand side at Riera? Quickly back, Illich on top as well. Jones continues to battle with Mario Illich, threads the needle. Messenger. Yeah, just a little bit more pace and urgency after that goal that has been disallowed. Now things just start to slide back to the pace that we've become accustomed to in the opening 27 minutes. Illich, a lazy ball there. And Mitchell goes back and gets it. Across to Caltech. It's Doyle on the ball once again. It's working left-hand side, getting that patience. Caltech in a bit of trouble, but he has to go back to Brown. See, they never look phased, never look worried or hurried in any way, shape or form, even though it may look as though they are. They seem to have things always nicely in control at the back, Auckland City. And now here's Doyle trying to push forward. Switches back. Riera under pressure. He goes to Semi. To Harris. Oliver. Oh, Manicum. A goal kick. It's pushing through. Just a slight increase in tempo. Not much, but just enough to be discernibly noticeable, particularly from the visitors.
Yeah, I think with Manicum there, not afraid to chase those sort of lost causes, and the ball a little bit overhit, but still prepared to try and shut it down.
Matsumato getting some real pressure there from Messenger. Illich. Doyle. Caltech. These players at the back have had the ball at their feet a bit in this first half. Another man too in Howison. As we approach the half-hour mark. It's been a very even contest. One shot on goal for Hamilton Wanderers. Derek Taiku flashing the ball past the left-hand upright of Cameron Brown's goal. And the ball ending up in the back of the net just moments ago, as you saw. Semi trying to get on the ball, and he has. This is a great opportunity here with a free kick. He gets helped up. The ball through.
Yeah, some really good purpose here, I think. Adam Davison looking for Tommy Semi, who's gone on a run. We haven't seen a lot from Tommy, but when he can be super dangerous. And this time Mitchell coming on the blind side. Not quite sure he did see Semi, but this certainly gives the Wanderers an opportunity with a little bit of wind behind their backs as well.
So who are the options, Ricky? Who do they like to look to in these dead ball situations?
I would say probably Joe Harris might be an option here. From what I saw last week down at in Napier.
We see Joe in number 4. Also just lurking there as well, the left foot of Adam Davison. Looking, getting everything set. Here's what respective sides see. Harris goes into that corner. It's a goal off the rebound. And it's Wanderers taking the lead. Derek Taiku cleans up what was a nice free kick.
Well, it certainly comes in doubles. I saw Joe Harris down in Napier, as I said, Nigel, last week, and in pretty much exactly the same position. He hit the post down there as well with certainly no returns. But as we see here, it's a great strike from long distance as he curls one to the left-hand side of the goal. Cameron Brown unable to get contact on it as it comes off the post. And the ever-lively Derek Taiku there just to finish with a nice, simple tap-in with the head to give Wanderers the lead.
Just no one went with him. It's the sort of stuff you want to see from a striker. Just always know, follow it in, just in case you never know. All good work there.
Well, he works super hard, Derek Taiku, and I think all the work he does off the ball, and I think just to follow that with the rebound, a real striker's sense for goal there, and well done, Derek Taiku. Well done.
So Hamilton Wanderers with the early advantage, 0-0 just after half an hour gone. Caltech, Monsumato, now Auckland City. Working through Rogers, Monsumato again, back to Illich. Hustled there by Owen Combat. It was a late inclusion in the starting lineup. Caltech trying to push this ball through for Monsumato. Messenger come together. Combat just a late inclusion. Xavier Pratt sadly failing a last-minute injury assessment on an ankle, and so they had to withdraw him and put Owen into the starting lineup. Jordan Shaw coming onto the bench for Hamilton Wanderers.
Yeah, and a more experienced player in Xavier Pratt, unfortunately not being able to make the pitch today, but what a great opportunity for Owen Comber to come in, a young boy, very, very keen. He'll be super enthusiastic to get his main chance out here today, certainly against a side like Auckland City.
Caltech. Riera. Here's Vale. Some good things have happened down this right-hand side for Auckland City. Illich. Going back is Rogers, but elevating is Harris.
You can see again there too, Nigel, they're always looking to isolate that sort of other side of the pitch. If they can get players across and get the numbers here, then they're looking to switch very quickly to get the ball into the opposite channel. It's been quite effective on some occasions.
Caltech starting to push forward. Ball out, and good parochial support over there behind Harris. Happy to see that ball go over the whitewash. Good long throw. It ends up with Auckland City. Continue to work. Looking to strike back immediately. Rogers. Monsumato trying to get to the byline. Can he get it back? No. But again, just the response to the goal is just another up in the tempo from Auckland City, as we've got just on 11 minutes to go to the break.
Yeah, you're certainly going to get that reaction, and I think, as you say, Nigel, the pace of those Auckland players, once they can isolate out wide, are going to be, a big challenge for the Hamilton players, which they've dealt with very, very good so far. But great contest. It's been a very good contest, and I think the one-on-one battles are starting to arise a little bit more, and they're certainly going to be important as we move forward.
Oliver finds the feet of Jones, who brings that down nicely and looks to get the ball away to Semi. They quickly on to him, and it was Rogers getting in. Tommy just saw frustrated Tommy Semi. Knew he had an opportunity there, but good work by Alfie Rogers working back. Howerson. And there's a challenge here, and there'll be a card coming by the looks here. And it is young Owen Comber that's been taken down. Yellow card, so that is a booking for Alfie Rogers, and there's some concern here being shown. Comber, far side. There you see the coach of Hamilton Wanderers. That's Cale Herbert. And yes, for those who are just trying to put two and two together, that is the son of the man who's sitting alongside me providing the expert analysis, Ricky Herbert. So another look at this as they come in.
Yeah, as we see here, Owen approaching the ball, and a late tackle coming in. Looks like Alfie Rogers has picked himself up a yellow card. So we get a bit of attention there by the Wanderers physio.
You see Cale Herbert. Cale in his second year with the Wanderers side. There's the thumbs up from the physio. And yeah, Cooper, he's happy with everything. Let's have another look at this goal. I know Taiku does some nice clean-up work, but gee, it's a well-struck free kick by Joe Harris.
Yeah, it's super technique, isn't it? I think he's, trust me, he practices these every single day, every single week, and, good on you, Joey. I think first thing you're going to hit the target, but I think, as you said, with Derek Taiku following up, just that instinct to that sniff for goal, and gives Wanderers the opportunity to take the lead.
Second goal of the season for Derek Taiku. Josh Signey got two last week against Hawke's Bay United, and then Taiku with the cherry on top in the closing minutes of that one, so he's got his second. Wanderers with another throw in from that far side. Comber is back up and into the action, by the way, as well. Harris, Semi hits the ground. Foot in there from Auckland City. Howson not happy with that particular decision from referee Gardner. Harris again looking. That one in. Jones leaves it away for Davidson, who's going to unleash one. No problems for Brown, who had that one covered, but just another opportunity, and it was Adam Davidson with the shot just wide.
Yeah, great to see Adam linking up and getting the support there for Jones to lay it back for a very, very good strike.
Contrati gets his foot to the ball as Howson was punching through. Another look at this one there. It's flicked away. Jones, you'll see, heard the call obviously coming, and there we go. Back at the other end, and Auckland City have got themselves a corner kick. It's being informed by our director as well, Matt Quinn. First corner of the game. 38.5 minutes deep. Howson just goes short to Manicum, who whips that one in. Illich goes down. He's going down, just holding on to that ankle for the moment. See if he pops up. It's the hands back up from Owen Comber. And away he trots. It's actually been Adam Mitchell, excuse me. Awkward fall.
A little bit of contact there, defender v attacker, and Nothing untoward.
Oliver. Wynn catching that one and taking it a wee way. Howison. Nice touch to Riera. Back to Howison again. That's delightful stuff. Two very skillful football players. Allows Auckland City to work that left-hand side once again. Messenger gets the head in. Harris just puts boot to ball on that one. And Caltech controls, and again the pace comes back. Illich. Mitchell. Bit of space here for Adam to push forward. Manicum, nice turn. Back to Vale. Stepping forward, Contrati. Body's coming in there. There's Taiku trying to get his way out of trouble. Yeah. Someone just about lost their head in the Wanderers dugout there as that ball came firing from the field of play into their area. Howison. Always got to be ready when you come to a live sporting event. Howison looking. Comes back to Mitchell. Vale. Trying to get going to the outside, being pressured by Jones. Still going. And now, something's happened here. That doesn't look too healthy. Battling for the corner. Down they go. Goes there. Catches them on the inside of the leg. It's been... The referee has got something to sort out. Gardner just calming everything down. It's going to be a corner kick. Is there a card coming? It appears there might have been a card in that situation there. Luke Jones possibly. Oh, sorry, Mark Jones, excuse me. Upshot of it is Auckland City with a corner as we close in on half-time. Howison, Manicum, Taiku cuts that one off. Howison with a long throw. Over bouncing. Looking at it as Doyle, and no problems for Oliver. Oliver having to get rid of that ball, and does so. Down that right wing. Nicely back, Howison. Frustrated with his first touch. You see me there, just hands on head as he heard bodies coming over him.
It's probably a good decision too, as both the Auckland players came and collided into each other, and Tommy evades the danger and gets the throw in.
So a goal to nil at the moment, Hamilton Wanderers. That was the goal to Derek Taiku after half an hour. Bonsumato and Messenger battling. Contrati just hacks that ball away. It'll be a throw-in for Auckland City. In front of their passionate wee group of travelling supporters. On the far side there. They were making a good racket last week at the Gridlock Derby, that's for sure. Caltech. Doyle. Crosses Illich. Goes to Doyle again. We come back to this right-hand side with Mitchell. Jones. Oh, it's a great opportunity. Jones away. Caltech comes across. Jones slides it. Taiku, that's two. Great counter-attacking goal, Hamilton Wanderers, and they double the advantage right on the edge of half-time.
Well, we certainly talk about the patience of Auckland, you know, not wanting to get the ball forward that quickly, and this time they give it away cheaply in the middle part of the pitch as Jones breaks wide on the left-hand side, isolates Brian Caltech, and again, that effervescent number 9 and Derek Taiku sniffing around in the 6-yard box again, gets the easiest of tap-ins. as we see Jones here evade Brian Keltack's lunging dive, as Derek Taiku gets another simple tap-in from a couple of yards to give Wanderers their second of the day.
Howison as they restart. It's just lovely work. Taiku with a double. Hamilton. Let's just reiterate this. They've met 8 times previously in the ISPS Handa Premiership. Hamilton Wanderers are yet to beat the juggernaut that is Auckland City. 2 goals to the good at the moment as they close in on half-time. Those 2 goals also as well equal the most goals they've ever scored against Auckland City in a Premiership game. Here's a ball across, no goalie, but it's comfortably across, gives Oliver the chance to get back in. We go back to the 2018-19 season. There was a 3-2 game. 1 minute of time added on. Watsumato trying to turn. Here's Howison. Going to look to push that ball through, but here it comes back. Mitchell, Caltech. Here's Comber on the ball. Trying to step through. Signy. Davison. Taiku. To Signy again. There steps in. Wins possession. Manicum. Hassled there by Messenger, trying to get that ball down the left side, but Semi with the ball in. And that is the end of the first half. And a very good first half of football for Hamilton Wanderers. Goals to Derek Taiku in the 30th and 44th minute give them a 2-0 advantage over Auckland City. Ricky Herbert providing the expert analysis for us here on Sky Sport Next. What was it that Hamilton Wanderers were eventually able to do that sees them with that 2-goal advantage, in your opinion?
Yeah, for me, Nigel, it was patience, and I think they set up a little bit deeper early on in the game just to probably allow Auckland to have far more possession in their defensive third of the pitch without giving them too much pressure going through that middle third and certainly into the attacking third. But then they changed slightly for me. After about 20-25 minutes, they applied a little bit more pressure into that middle part of the pitch and put Auckland under a little bit more pressure and quite simply gave away some cheap passes. And Hamilton are good enough. They've got good players in that front part of the pitch, around the pitch, that they're certainly going to take those opportunities. But wow, what a wonder strike from Joey Harris.
It is 2-0. Hamilton Wanderers leading Auckland City FC. Second half coming up on Sky Sport Next. Welcome back to Sky Sport Next. You are at Pirate Stadium, Chartwell and Hamilton. My name is Nigel. Alongside me, former all-white defender and coach Ricky Herbert. 2-0, the halftime advantage for Hamilton Wanderers over Auckland City. Two teams back out on the field. No changes to either side to start the second 45 minutes. Okay, Ricky Herbert, as the second half gets underway, if you're Coach Cale Herbert, what do you say to your side at halftime, having given yourself a really good opportunity to record your first victory over Auckland City this afternoon? What's the message?
Well, I think you just carry on doing what they're doing. They've done it really effectively, and I think by getting that little bit more pressure in the middle part of the pitch, I think they put Auckland City under pressure and maybe isolated their back three players a little bit. That we did see some costly little errors coming and some opportunities and chances coming the way of Wanderers. So probably like to see, or I'm sure Carl's really keen to see a little more of what they were doing, certainly that back end of the first half.
All right, from an Auckland City point of view, you're Jose Figueira, you're down by 2. It's a side that we know has got great experience, so there won't be any panic. But does he need to change shape? Does he need to change personnel? Does he need to make any adjustments at all based on what you saw in that first 45 minutes for the second half?
Yeah, I guess if I was in his shoes, I'd want to be a little bit more threatening in that final third of the pitch. I think, they had a lot of the ball early on in the game, but never really got in behind the Wanderers' defence on too many occasions. And I think just having a little bit more purpose, maybe looking at the timing of the runs, the players certainly coming out of midfield, that they might just, lose one of the central midfield players of the Wanderers and, just isolate them 2v1 in those key areas. But probably a little bit more purposeful in that final third of the pitch.
Do you want to try and switch back and try and attack down that right-hand side, which early doors was getting you, some good opportunity, creating a little bit of concern?
Yeah, look, I think, Jordan Vale, as we saw, got out on a number of occasions. But, once he received the ball, he was probably a little bit isolated. And I think, whether or not they're a little bit more aggressive at coming out of midfield, which might just give Jordan, a second option to play to. They're going with the front two runners, quite tight and compact in midfield. And I think you see Howison break at times from that central area for Auckland City, but they'll probably want to be doing it a little bit more regularly.
We get the second half underway. You see Doyle just punching that ball through, but Contrati getting the head on. Here's Rogers. Caltech. Illich. It'll be interesting to see at what point the two coaches go to their bench. Howison. A little bit of pressure there from Signet, but nothing major. Yeah, here's Caltech pushing forward, looking, tries to flick that over the top, but Tommy Semi gets in the way. Taiku trying to get on the ball. Doyle, push. A smile from Derek Taiku. That was a nice little bit of play there between those two. Bit of fun. We said you can't enjoy a elite level sporting event while you're in the midst of it. Here's Howison. The ball again. Mitchell. This is that side where they had a lot of success through Vale. There's a chance. Bonsumato. Ball away, that's nicely through from Illich. Bonsumato again cutting across. Player down here in back play. Taken to the face by the looks. That's what it is. Concern here. On the ground, that's Owen Comber, who's been in the wars. Got cleaned up a little bit in that first half, and now he's back down. More work for Elliot Cooper, the physio. Go and check and see what's happening. Animated discussion there with the referee, with Luke Gardner. In the chat, I think it's with Mario Illich. Comber is up, and he'll move to the side, the far side there. You see the supporters enjoying a lovely day. A little bit breezy, but geez, beautiful and warm. It's around late teens. Might have just clipped the 20-degree mark at some point earlier this afternoon. More importantly, they'll be pleased to look over at the scoreboard and see Wanderers up by 2 goals. But they are playing a team which there isn't too many situations that Auckland City has not been in And that's a great ball across from Caltech to Rogers, looking to get it across. Disappointed with that final delivery, but they finally managed to get him behind the Wanderers' defence.
Yeah, I think just some early signs there. A little bit of warning there for Hamilton that, you know, they're getting these wing backs into certainly wide areas in that front part of the field now, and players like Caltech and Mitchell and at times Doyle probably getting a little bit further forward than you'd like from a Wanderers perspective early on.
There's Cameron Brown. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Flicked over, there was Oliver. Here comes Manikim. Trying to get that ball through. Bonsumato, and Oliver comes out. And it's good goalkeeping. And then sees an opportunity towards the left-hand side. Davison. Ball cut off easily by Mitchell. He looks to try and push back. Bonsumato again with a bit of pressure. Calling for contact and not getting at Auckland City. Semi. Trying to get to the outside and use some pace, but Caltech's got good pace as well. Great foot race battle. We'll go to Brown. Just a minor adjustment. It looks like it's been made by Jose Figueroa. We saw Brian Caltech playing more central in that first half. It looks as though Doyle's gone towards that central position now, and looking Caltech to play left back and maybe try and push him forward down this left-hand flank.
Yeah, and I think probably too, just to negate the pace of Tommy Semi, I think, you know, certainly in Brian Caltech, you have got good pace from a defensive perspective, and I think that one-on-one will be certainly an interesting contest to watch as we move further into the second half.
Offside called there as Manikim tried to get him behind the Wanderers' defence. That's how we look here. This is the ball through. Nice work. Good courage showing. And you do need courage if you're a goalkeeper, if you're diving at the feet of somebody. Here comes Oliver, the good long kick. Lovely control by Caltech. Beautiful skill. Over the top. Illich climbing all over the back there, Jones. Caltech. Here's Rogers. Tomato on the ball. Caltech being pressured by Taiku. Rogers again. Semi steps in. Semi right in front of the dugout of Hamilton Wanderers. You can hear the encouragement coming from the coaching staff. Messenger looking at his options, pushes it forward. Taiku tries to get on that ball, but can't control. Harris. Whitworth. Back, and Harris misses that. Chance now for Rogers. No, it's going to be Caltech throwing through. Bodies on the ground. Here's Signey. Jones. Nice touch for Davison. Continues the run. Comba pushing forward as well, but Mitchell easily picks that one off. Just a little bit more tempo coming from Auckland City. Down a couple of goals, but still plenty of time on their hands. Manikim. Caltech. Error. Always a danger. Illich. Manikim. Well through comes Messenger. Illich trying to get that ball in behind. Nice work by Harris for Semi. Turns. Goes back to Messenger again. Semi trying to work his way through. Too many bodies there. Manikim, but Tommy Semi comes back and bundles him off the ball. Whitworth trying to push that ball through for Comba to try and chase. Ten minutes into this second half. No change to that half-time score. It was 2 goals in the first half by Derek Taiku. 1 after 30 minutes and 1 an hour before the end of regulation. ball here. Ryan Kaltak. Taiku getting in there.
You're just wondering though, Nigel, you know, you're 2-0 down. You've got opportunities to play the ball and you know, keep the pace of the game going from an Auckland City perspective, but decides to put his foot on top of the ball and turns the game around completely for a Hamilton Wanderers free kick.
It'll be Adam Davison. He's going to step forward and look to put this in with the left foot. For the target, it's cleared away. Semi goes back to Messenger. Pushes that ball through and Taiku chasing after it. Ball is out. Kaltak goes back to Doyle as they work across the face of goal. And away to Mitchell on this right-hand side. Doyle again. Kaltak. Rogers. Bonsumato calling for it, but it's Mannequin that gets it. Challenge in there from Harris. Kaltak, nicely done. It's Illich. Doyle. Finds Vale. Has to go back though to Mitchell. Hera over there helping. Vale again, trying to turn, trying to create something, not happening. And you just wonder, we're 11 minutes into this second half, if you're Coach Jose Figueira of Auckland City, at what point are you starting to contemplate making a personnel change? Maybe again, as I said before, maybe looking to change the shape that you play with. You see those passionate Auckland City supporters in the background once again.
Yeah, I think at some point he may consider, you know, pushing another player a little bit further forward and just giving some extra options in that final part of the pitch. But as you see Mannequin there get taken down through Joe Harris and the card comes out.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy decision for Luke Gardner to make as well. So this will be a free kick just on the edge of the centre circle. Chance for Auckland City to push a few bodies forward. Howison will do the delivering. You see Howison puts that one forward. Kaltak looking to get up and he nods that one. It's going to just bounce harmlessly over the byline. It'll be a goal kick to be taken by Matt Oliver. Second half, Hamilton Wanderers playing into the breeze, so it's at the back of Auckland City. Bit of a fluky sort of a breeze. Nonetheless, as we see Oliver saying, no, let's see if we can get this as far upfield as we can. Which is that one. You see that hold up, and there you get a bit of an indication on that breeze. It held up a bit. It's back to Ryan Kaltak. Good delivery there from Chris Newbold, part of the Stream Shop team. Acting as ball boy amongst many other duties this afternoon for us here on Sky Sport Next. Again, just holds up. Up there, Kaltak and Doyle. Doyle gets it on the left foot, lifts that one. Again, the breeze is going to take that. Bonsumato's kept it in nicely though, good chase. Oh, there's you, Auckland City, asking the question. Now, referee Gardner just saying, everyone calm down. Let's just have a wee look at this one. Bonsumato's done well to keep that in. That's Messenger. I really think there's too much in that myself.
Not a lot to be fair, Nigel.
Harris delivered the free kick which led to the first goal for Taiku after 30 minutes of the first half. Here's Howison battling and scrapping, but Contrati on him as well. Vale has to go back. He's under pressure from Jones. Brown puts the ball up and lets the breeze do its work. Nice off the chest by the Argentine Contrati. That's called and Contrati goes down. Bonsumaro has been shown a yellow card. The Argentine defender remains on the ground for the moment. Referee Gardner adds another name to his book. See the challenge coming in here, Ricky.
Yeah, I think Tino does extremely well. Just brings it down on his chest and a couple of high feet flying in, but don't think anything sort of malice there. But
I'd put that probably in the same category as what we saw just a few minutes earlier.
Yeah, not a major one, but he's elected to go with the card.
So, Vieira on the ball to Illich.
To be fair, I think he's done a good job, the referee. I think he's kept things flowing, and sometimes in the game, Nigel, if you bring a card out, it can set the tone for the match, and there's certainly been nothing malice in this.
The Wanderers getting ready to make a substitution very shortly, as here's Rogers. Bonsu again. Bonsu-Mato, excuse me, trying to make that turn. Caltech. Manicum coming forward. Big contact there. Caltech. Goes across to Mitchell. Howison turning. Gets the ball out wide. Here's Rogers with the chance to go to a defender if he chooses to, but comes back centre. Illich. Mitchell. Illich again. Vale trying to get that ball to the ground, and they do so, and some of the momentum's been lost trying to turn the ball down the right-hand side. Was a foot in there. Change coming up here for Hamilton Wanderers. Jordan Lamb about to enter, and Mark Jones the man to come off.
Yeah, this will be a like for like. Jordan Lamb will probably go down the left-hand side where Mark Jones has been operating.
There is Jordan Lamb. Mark Jones, the man who set up the second goal for Wanderers with a nice securing of the ball and counter-attacking, crossing for Taiku to finish inside the 6-yard box. Here is Caltech, who's really started to push forward, getting it through. Bonsu-Mato. Defending there by Wanderers, but just a little bit more pressure starting to come from the visitors clad in white. So you see Cale Herbert. A lot of encouragement going on there. I tell you, he has also inherited his father's moustache growing skills. Not as voluminous as what the old man had back in the day, it has to be said. It's still pretty impressive for Movember, it's got to be said as well.
I'd have to say the shorts were a bit tighter back in 82 though, Nigel.
What size were they? You looked like a large. I swear they were mediums you were wearing throughout your career.
They were the sign of the times. I think everybody around the world was wearing them back then, but they were certainly different.
I think the fact you played 61 games for your country is impressive enough, but to play wearing a pair of shorts a size too small, even more impressive. Here comes Illich. Gets that ball away. Mitchell shaping to have a shot. Illich goes back again, but Taiku's in there. Vale to Doyle. They've had to do this a lot, Auckland City, and we've spoken a lot about their patience. I wonder whether they can maintain that, trying to flick the ball through. Bonsu-Mato's really battling hard up front, but now he's called for contact in the back of Augustin Contrati, who's been in the wars a little bit in the last few minutes, the Argentine. Might as well, this is the third game of round 2 of the ISPS Handa Premiership. Results yesterday, Team Wellington with a 2-1 win over Hawke's Bay United, and 4-1 victory for Wellington Phoenix over Waitakere United. Still to come later on this afternoon, it's Eastern Suburbs Canterbury United from Medill Farm. That's on Sky Sports 7, by the way, at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Great to have you with us on Sky Sport Next. Ricky Herbert providing the expert analysis. My name's Nigel Yolden. Great to have the team from the Stream Shop assisting this afternoon, giving us some of these great pictures that you are watching at the moment via the Sky Sport YouTube channel. Sky Next YouTube channel, excuse me. I've seen a change from the coach of Wanderers. When we will see the same from Jose Figueira. Here comes Manicum, who has worked very hard today. Vieira always works hard no matter who he's playing for. Howison trying to create a bit of space on that far side. Here's Mitchell. Nice work, Vale. Gets it to Mitchell with the cross. Foot in, needed to. That again is Contrati. Just seems just a little bit of pressure starting to build now from Auckland City. They need to see a return, though, for it, Ricky. They've had good possession, good territory.
Yeah, I think they've been allowed, sort of to have a little bit more freedom in that top part of the pitch, or the Auckland City's defensive third of the pitch. And I think Jose will be getting a little bit anxious now on what they're doing in that final third. And also got a lot of possession. They're not really creating goal-scoring opportunities, and I think he'll be disappointed with that. And I'm sure he'll have the players on the bench, whether that, as you mentioned, is tactical or personnel change. So I don't think we'll be far away from seeing something.
Well, I think we're going to see it very shortly, because as we watch that ball go out over the far side, I've just seen Ivan Visilic. It's wander forward, and I think the first of the substitutions to come from Jose Figueira is not too far away, with just under 25 minutes to go in this contest. 2-0. Wanderers with the advantage. Both goals to Derek Taiku in the first half after 30 minutes, and then a minute prior to the end of that first 45 minutes of football. Reminder that these teams have met 8 times previously in this competition. All 8 of them have been won by Auckland City. Opportunity for Hamilton Wanderers to create a bit of history. They beat them in pre-season, but that was just pre-season. This is when it really matters. Maintain this scoreline, and it's 3 competition points. Top of the table as well. Caltech constantly looking. Simi's starting to put pressure on him. Mitchell. Vale. It's been a great little battle between Jordan Vale and Adam Davidson. Here's Maro Bonsumari trying to go with the turn. Having to get the foot in there was Whitworth. Across, Mannequin trying to get in there. Simi. A substitution coming in here. So it's like there's going to be a couple of substitutions coming in here from Auckland City. Yusuf Ali coming on in jersey number 16. Riera, one of the men coming off. So too Tom Doyle. Here comes Yusuf Ali and Andrew Blake, the other player, coming on as well.
Yeah, I think you'll see Auckland City now go to a back 4, probably with Andrew Blake pushing a little bit further wide to give him some more width in the middle of the park. And Yusuf Ali coming in from more of a attacking midfield role, replacing Albert Riera.
Here is Ali straight onto the ball. Looking to work down that right-hand side as the 2 new players try to combine, but the ball has been taken off them. Wanderers looking to attack. Left-hand side, that's Lamb. Can he get that ball back? Yes, he can. Tommy Semi mistimes the shot. Howison just clears. Mannequin. Messenger. Howison gets the ball back for Auckland City. With a heavy ball, there's Semi. You just saw that quick burst of acceleration, and quickly getting in there is Rogers. Caltech, Semi really hustling and bustling, getting the foot in there. Caltech trying to get out of trouble, and he does. Looking for space, and he finds Ali. Whitworth quickly onto him. Spins looking for Rogerson. Getting in there, Whitworth. Howison. Yes, good experience being shown there by Howison. Good pressure, though, coming from Brad Whitworth. Rogers. Continue to work this left-hand side through Mannequin. To Howison. Illich. Onto Maro with the touch. Back it goes to Ali. There's an offside flag up on the far side. Yeah, great little battle.
Great little tussle there between Brad Whitworth and Cam Howison.
There was an offside that was called, and Oliver. Try and clear the Wanderers area. So there'll be one more change available for Jose Figueira. Ali. Mannequin. Rogers. Ball for Mitchell. Really pressuring. Ali. Bit of a shunt in the back there. Sydney's not getting away with that one. Celtic. To Rogers. Mannequin. Turning. The options is Illich. To try and get that one wide, and they do. Blake. There's that width that you heard Ricky Herbert refer to. Work Davison defending well. Ali in there now. The ball out of there, but still be a throw-in for Auckland City on that far side. So just 20 minutes left now, plus time added on. Howerson going to have a shot. Nicely fielded by Oliver. Really strike it with the venom he wanted to, Cam Howerson.
And I think that's a sign too, Nigel, but perhaps a little bit of frustration coming now from the Auckland City side that, they're picking the shots from longer range. Just think with players now that have come on like Andrew Blake and Mannequin and Bonsamaru, you're just looking for a bit more fluency and a bit more interchanging at the top so they can have different options to play to get in behind the Wanderers defenders.
Comes Howson again. Ali. Work these options. Ali again on the ball. Nice little ball in behind. Can they get back there? Corner.
Again, that's a sign for me too, Nigel, that you've got Yusuf Ali breaking out of midfield there, but Brad Whitworth, who's picked up a central midfield position at the Wanderers, is prepared to track him all the way, right the way through to the back to make that desperate last challenge.
Let's see whether Howson will look to whip this one in and use the... And that's a good ball for Illich. Rising high. I know in the first half they were using that short ball to Mannequin, but the advantage that they would get with a corner from that far side, you saw the way Howson was able to whip that one through, and Mario Illich rising high, you see in jersey 2.
Yeah, some good rotation by the Auckland City players. They get Illich free in the middle of the 6-yard box, unmarked. That'll certainly be a concern for the Wanderers defenders.
Rogers climbs high. All he does is nod it over the sideline. Worked by the local ball kids. Back quickly. Caltech. It's nice for Ali again. Very active. There's Blake, the other sub. Working. Oh, that's lovely work by Blake. Can he get the ball across? Yes, he can. Howerson. It's a nice shot, but good goalkeeping again by Oliver. Awkward, even though it was at him. It's got down nicely. Another change coming up from Carl Herbert, coach of Hamilton Wanderers, shortly as Oliver punches this ball. Caltech. The ball has gone out. There'll be a change coming up here. Form of Dylan Morris. What do you think the thoughts with regards to that, Ricky, will be?
I think we might just see a change in personnel in midfield with Dylan just coming in there, just some fresh legs, just to keep the things nice and tight and tidy. They've been very, very good in there today, the Wanderers. A lot of patience, and it looks like Owen Comber, who got a starting gig with the injury to Xavier Pratt, but certainly stepping into some big shoes, but he's provided a very, very good performance.
Xavier was ruled out just prior to the start of this game. Had a fitness test on an ankle injury and unfortunately did not pass muster. So young Owen Comber had come in, did a very effective job. There is Brown hasn't had too much to do in this second half. Really have had weight of possession, Auckland City. Not too much in terms of shooting opportunities to show for it. That's a nice ball down that right wing side, but Contrati is going to step in and smash that into the trees over the far side. Beautiful setting here at Pirate Stadium. A lot of people will be familiar with the athletic track, which is behind the commentary position that you're viewing it from. We're viewing it from the same position. The broadcast spot, the lovely athletic track behind, hosts the Pirate Classic early each year. This is a wonderful wee venue that they've been developing, and it's got a nice feel to it. The trees and the shrubbery around it. Nice little stands on either side, just low stands. It's a good feel at grounds like this. It must be nice if you're a player as well, I'd suspect. There's Davidson. Adams had a good match down that left back side. Stepping in there, Illich. In and on the ball, and it comes off Illich. Throw in for Wanderers far side. Just less than 15 remaining now. Half-time score continues to prevail. Goals to Taiku after 30 minutes and 44 minutes of the first half. There's Ali getting through. And here comes Semi. There's a call that's come in, and it'll be free kick for Auckland City. Illich. Comes back here to Caltech. For a bit of a run. He's in. Signey has been called out. Messenger that's been called out here.
Yeah, I think this is a difficult one as we see Caltech, and we've seen a number of occasions in the second half liking to get forward. I think as Signey and Taiku just in the front have come forward. The referee deems that a free kick, gives Auckland City an opportunity in a very similar position to Wanderers in the first half, which we saw Joe Harris good enough to step up, strike one from distance onto the post.
Of course, last week we saw in the Gridlock derby, Emiliano Tade with a very good shot, which elicited a great save out of Denian Drake. No Tade today. Howison is looking more away to that cluster of players. It's the right-hand side. That's where he's looking to put it into. Trati rises. Only as far as Manicum, though. Turning, twisting Manicum, trying to get that ball. Looks to go back to Howison. Manicum still being pressured. Semi. He's done well, Dylan, though. Rogers forces Auckland City all the way back to their own half. Vale. Brown. They have to build once again. Just pushes this one straight down the middle. Messenger high. With that ball for Howison. Messenger eventually gets the ball. And very quickly, as you see some urgency coming out of the coaching box there of Auckland City FC. Vale. Blake. Yusufali, that's a nice turn. Looks to push that ball through. Howison! To Oliver. Can they clear it? They can. Oliver took the pace off it, and Contrati is cleared before that ball can get over the goal line. Telling moment, though. Opportunity just to, again, get him behind. We haven't seen it much. Getting up high. Onto Mardo. Caltech over on the far side now. Here's a chance for Wanderers to break. It's pretty cynical. That'll probably earn a yellow as well. And it has. Looking to counter-attack down that left-hand side. Let's have another look at this one. Yusuf Ali's had an impact, Ricky.
Yeah, he's been great in midfield, and I think he's just given that little bit of oomph. But Howison here, he goes one-on-one with Matt Oliver, but the desperation of Tino Contrati, I think that's been signalled right throughout the Hamilton side today, that they've tracked players, they've been prepared to go that extra mile, and he's got himself back into a great defending position to deny Auckland a very, very good goal-scoring opportunity.
Long ball forward from Davidson. And for Taiku, for Semi, excuse me. Way they play. Come back and go again. Just over 10 minutes to go on this one. Auckland City have had the weight of possession. No reward for it to this point. Illich again on the ball. Manicum. Manicum cuts across. There's space over here on that far side for Blake. The ball across. Back and cleared by Harris. This will be a corner kick. Howison moves down. Into the final 10 minutes we go, plus time added on. Howison to deliver. All flicked away. Trati's really started to be quite prominent in the second stanza. And just knocks that ball back. Semi. It's going to be ball for the visitors. And a tough day for that advertising hoarding on the far side. Comes Caltech. Goes Howison. Looking, Caltech again. Turney's under pressure here, trying to get in. Whitworth continues to pressure, but away for Illich. Mitchell now starting to press forward. Blake. That ball across, still running is Mitchell. Foot to the ball. It's going to be pulling back is the call by referee. Player down here from Mitchell. Is Mitchell, excuse me, who continued his run.
It was a good run forward here. The ball over the back. We've been looking for those as he gets a touch as Matt Oliver comes forward. The referee electing to go with a free kick to Hamilton Wanderers, as we see again, just getting in between Contrati and the advancing Matt Oliver.
Pulling back there on the shoulder as we get another look at it. See him there, he's taking back and just fell awkwardly.
Yeah, it's a great shout. Nigel, player just leaning on top of Contrati. Otherwise, I would have thought it might have been Matt Oliver coming forward on the Auckland City player. We may have seen a different outcome.
Oliver, at the moment, looking at a second consecutive clean sheet. Comes ball over the top, Tommy Semi. Can he control left foot? Great save. It's a super save. Cameron Brown has had very little work to do, and that's the sign of a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, there's been not a lot of chances for Tommy Semi today, but as you can see, that explosive pace as he gets in behind Adam Mitchell and strikes with the left foot with Cameron Brown diving exceptionally well to the left-hand side to deny the Papua New Guinean the opportunity to put Hamilton 3-0.
I say, though, this is Chance's cluster of Wanderers players head over to the corner. I'm quite happy just to try and play it. Rogers in there. Where did that ball? It's gone for a goal kick. I thought, even though you're up by 2, I thought maybe try and get that ball into the goal box, but Wanderers trying to eat up a little bit more time. Howison. Bonsumato, great run. Looking to try and twist and turn. He's done well on Messenger. Little inside ball now, Rogers. Ball comes back. Illich, low drive. Good save, Oliver. Down to his right. Nice clean strike, Mario Illich. Howison thought about going quick. Trying to get that ball in low. Messenger up. Trying to clear it away, and it's just hacked by Lamb.
Well, we saw it at the other end as Auckland City this time to break to get inside the Wanderers box as the ball comes back. And a superb strike there from Illich with Matt Oliver equaling the save at the other end by Cameron Brown. 2 excellent saves by both keepers.
Auckland City knowing time is against him. Howison. How do we look at it? Now they try and get this ball away again. Rogers, some space now. Looks to flick it over the top. Trati in there again. Kaltak. The best ball for Illich. Blake under pressure. Tommy Semi. He's been called for that. He's got pace, but it's the acceleration. He seems to go from naught to very, very, very fast, very, very, very quickly.
Trust me, he is very, very, very quick.
Nice ball in, flicked on there by Messenger, and Caltech's just going to let that one roll over the byline. It's going to be an opportunity to swing that ball in again for the corner. Don't have too much time to muck around here. Manicom's coming across to take it. Howson also lurking there too. Manicom to deliver. Taiku just flicks it over the top. Ali tries to get in. Taiku's got it. Working down this right-hand side. Derek Taiku. Yusufali chasing. Still going. The captain, and Rogers has to come across. Derek Taiku to turn that defence into attack. I know they'll be stoked with the 2 goals, Ricky, that they've put past, but gee, what does it do for a team after 2 weeks of a competition if you can put 2 clean sheets up as well? What will that do for Hamilton Wanderers' confidence?
Yeah, look, I think it's great, and I think, right throughout the side, it'll just give that positive sort of feel and a real bounce in the step when they, when they come back to training on the Monday night. So no, it's been solid, it's been safe, it's been really collective today from the Wanderers, and I think we've seen it right from the front to the back.
Auckland City, who you just never count out of any contest they are in. They haven't won as many titles as they have by not being able to handle these situations. Yes, time is ticking away, but they've got the talent to be able to strike and strike quick. There's a man who could do it for them in the likes of Manicom, working out to Howison. He looks to swing that ball back in. Ball is out and it'll be a goal kick. Pace just slows ever so slightly. Those Wanderers won't be in any hurry. I'm glad you're with us on Sky Sport Next. I wonder as well that there is a final game of the second round of the ISPS Handa Premiership. Comes up on Sky Sport 7. And that's at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And there's going to be Eastern Suburbs against Canterbury United. Low driving kick into that breeze, which stays all over the place this afternoon. There's Blake continuing to battle. Now Illich flicks that ball over the top. Manicom chasing, but Contrati, who's in the second half in particular, Ricky Herbert, done a very good job in the middle of that back for the home side.
Yeah, no, he's had an excellent performance. And I think over the last couple of years, to be fair, Nigel, for me, he's been certainly one of the standout defenders in the whole of the league.
Definitely showing that quality when it is mattered. Here's the ball coming in, out. Good strong punch by Oliver. Harley tries to get the ball. And where they go, Taiku just going to clear that one into touch. 2 minutes of regulation left. See, Cale Herbert flicking the ball up for Rogers. Sportsmanship by the coach of Wanderers. It goes to Howison. Howison spinning and turning. Pressure on him. Manicom. Whitworth trying to get the foot in there. Continuing to push forward. Keep the pressure. Now here's Howison. Well, he looked to have a shot. No, he's flicking that ball away to Manicom. Spin it. Clear that ball away. Auckland City. Ali on the ball. Yusuf gets the ball back to Blake. Manicom with a nice little touch for Blake again, working through. Manicom continues his run. Can he swing that ball back? It's Contrati again. Ali across. And this is the trio of Auckland City players in there. Taiku's just going to let that one roll. Just looking at the body language of a few of the Auckland City players, there doesn't seem to be any negativity to it. Still no slumping of shoulders, no heads dropping. Nodded back by Illich. He gets the foot in. And a throw in though for Auckland City. Howison continuing to work, continuing to battle. Now they're going to have to take this quick. This is a free kick. Right on the edge of the box. Howison. Howison stands over it. 3 minutes added on. 3 minutes. Howison standing. Oliver organising his wall, you see in the background. It's the three-man wall. Howison stands over. Over the top. 3 minutes of extra time. It's 2.5. They're going to make a final change here. Hamilton Wanderers. John Clout coming on. Big defender. 2-minute insurance policy, Ricky. What it really is going to be, should he get on at all.
Yeah, it might be a little time tactics here, as we see John Clout, should he make the field, will probably take one of those rolls at the back.
He's flicked on. Caltech, and then comes back with the head. Whitworth. Taiku has to get on that ball nicely back. Lamb working through. Good sliding challenge by Rogers, who's worked really hard today. Howison looking to create. Caltech with space. Continues to work to the right-hand side. Ball comes across. Coming in Rogers. Comes the ball being cleared away. Howison. Howison working. Trying to swing this ball back across. Covered well by Messenger. Illich. Across that far side. Contrati rises again. Cleared away by Lamb. Just 60 seconds left in this one. They're down. That's Harris, I think. So this will tack on a little bit more time. It's going to be Joe Harris who's come off. Just be a bit of cramp possibly. You see John Clout preparing to come on, and the Joe Harris being taken off. Messenger and Taiku. He's going to plonk him down there. On comes John Clout, and down goes Joseph Harris.
Yeah, I think we'll see John Clout come into the middle of the pitch with Tino Contrati, and Brock Messenger move to right back.
It's about trying to keep that clean sheet. Blake chesting the ball, trying to twist and turn and get the ball back, and sliding in there is Signey. So there'll be a corner kick. Now for Hamilton Wanderers, it's going to keep the clean sheet. Howison, and nicely rising high and skimming off the top of the crossbar. That was Adam Mitchell.
Yeah, certainly a pinpoint cross here, and a great delivery coming in for Auckland City in the dying death, with Adam Mitchell getting himself free now in the middle of the 6-yard box for Auckland City as he sees his header just graze against the top of the crossbar.
8 times previously these two teams have met, and on all 8 occasions it's been victory for Auckland City. But not today. Wanderers create their own little piece of history in the ISPS Handa Premiership. For the first time, they have defeated Auckland City by the scoreline of 2-0. Derek Taiku, the captain, just gives thanks. It was Taiku's 2 goals in the 30th and 44th minutes of the first half. They gave Wanderers a 2-0 lead, despite Auckland City, Ricky, really having the better problem of territory, possession, creating more opportunities. Wanderers deserved winners and another clean sheet as well. One suspects that the coaching staff, the playing staff, they'll be pretty chuffed, because to beat this team, having fallen 8 times previous, I'm picking this will mean a bunch to them.
Yeah, look, they'll be absolutely delighted. And I think, today they were solid, safe, and really competitive right around the pitch. As we see here, Joe Harris stepping up. We saw this last week against Hawke's Bay, but he's put this one right past the keeper onto the post, with Derek Taiku following in for the simplest of headers. But just that really strong collective approach, everybody working very, very hard for each other. And in the final third of the pitch, they were sharp, safe, and very positive, as we see again Taiku ever elusive around that 6-yard box. But great performance by the Hamilton Wanderers side today. They'll be delighted with that against what has been and what will continue to be a very, very strong and difficult side to beat in Auckland City.
Yeah, that was the first goal that you saw. This is the second one. The ball turned over by Mitchell, and Mark Jones breaking down this left-hand side. And good composure as Caltech came across, and there's where you want your striker to be. Ricky just lurking on the edge of that 6-yard box.
Yeah, some great timing as we see Mark Jones burst past here. He gets a little one-on-one confrontation with Brian Caltech, drops the shoulder, but sees the advancing Derek Taiku moving into the 6-yard box, who calmly and deftly puts that one in the back of the net to put Wanderers 2-0 up.
You see now some of the fans and supporters, friends and family coming on for both sides. 2-0 victory for Hamilton Wanderers over Auckland City. Thank you so much for your company this afternoon at Porritt Stadium in Hamilton. On behalf of expert analyst Ricky Herbert and the team from the Stream Shop, we provided the wonderful footage that you've seen this afternoon here on Sky Sport Next. This is Nigel Yolden wishing you a very good afternoon.